sure. I'm gonna just remember. I have not watched the games tonight. I have not seen the outcomes. I know a couple of these teams have finished and lost. I'm pretty sure all the teams right now that I'm about to talk about have lost today, which is unfortunate for them. But I made these in the morning, so just bear that in mind when I say this. So number 20, I have the Blazers. I thought I was low on them, but
That's still way too low.
after watching them get absolutely destroyed by the Clippers, I
You're
think
not watching.
I think
You're not watching.
not watching, but I've been watching the score. And after seeing them being absolutely destroyed, I think I was pretty much accurate at number 20. I think they're borderline playoffs. 20, that's
20?
borderline playoffs. 19, right ahead of them, I have the Mavericks. I think Dallas, they seem
So
similar to
you
the
just
Blazers.
overreacted way too much. The Mavericks lose a couple games and without KP, and they're now 20,
19.
19.
Well, I didn't start them out that high. I started them at 13. I've dropped them by 6, and they're 1-3 now. So I think that makes sense. Then we got number 18. I have the Jazz. I'm not really bought in on the Jazz. I think they could make the playoffs because
The Jazz at 18?
Yeah.
What?
What do you got them at?
Top 10.
I don't think they're a top 10 team. Did they win again today?
They're 2-1.
Yeah, they're 2-1.
They're 2-1.
I'm not sold on a 2-1 Jazz team yet. All right.
But what did they show you last year to make them seem they're bad? Like, I don't get what you've seen.
I just want to compare them to the rest of the teams in the West. I think that they are not as good as the rest of the teams in the West.
Yeah, that's wrong. I don't know how to say it, but you're wrong.
All right, and then at 17, I think the Nuggets are better than the Jazz. I have the Nuggets at 17. You guys were very mad at me when I put the Nuggets basically at this same spot at the preseason power rankings. I put them at 17 as well. I think I don't know about the Nuggets, man. I just really don't.
I think
they're a team that last year made a really deep playoff run. I just don't see them happening again this year.
This shows how much little NBA knowledge you have. We're starting to get into your dumb predictions. You can't just look at the worst records and put them in the bottom 20.
And then at number
and you have no clue what you're talking about.
And then at number 16, I have the San Antonio Spurs. I'm the only person that seems to have any faith in the Spurs of this group.
Yeah, because they're not a good team. They're old. They have veterans. Not many young players. They don't really have a good future. And Popovich should retire.
Okay. I still think Paul George has it left in him.
Paul George is not on the Spurs.
Okay, I will go.
Levi, Paul George is not on the Spurs.
What team is he on?
The Clippers.
No, Chris Paul, right? He's on the Spurs.
Nope, he's on the Suns.
Oh, I always get the Suns and the Spurs mixed up.
Okay, I'll save Levi from embarrassment and go. 20, I have the Rockets. This might seem a little low. I don't know. James Harden might still wanting out, I believe, correct? Someone correct on that?
Yep, they're going to trade him.
Yeah, so I have my 20. They're probably going to drop, to be completely honest with you. 19, I have the Magic, even though they're playing really, really well. I had the Magic at like 20-something, so now they did move up a little bit. Yeah, Markelle Fultz is playing pretty well.
This shows how little Drew cares about records because they're undefeated 4-0, but he puts them at 19.
19 is low, but where you have them, Levi, is way too high. So I know where Levi has them, but I think the middle. Mine is perfect.
Levi, but 4-0 in the NFL and 4-0 in the NBA is like
way
so vastly different.
And I understand that. I understand that, but I think you cannot discount for it.
Can I finish my list? Thank you. Okay, 18, I have the Golden State Warriors led by Stephen Curry. I think they're about that. Really, really borderline playoff team. I don't think Stephen Curry's a concern. I think he's going to get rolling. He needs some time to warm up. My big concern is that Kelly Oubre Jr. was 0 for 17 after 3 games. I don't know what he is now, but they definitely need him if they want to chance the rookie. I don't know how he's playing.
He's doing great. He's going to win Rookie of the Year.
He is? Okay, so that's a bright spot. Again, 18 is not bad. Okay,
and
now I have...
Draymond will be back soon.
Yeah, 17, I have the Spurs, which seems a little high, maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know what to say about them.
The Spurs. Spurs are disgusting.
Yeah, and I don't know why you do. Obviously, you have DeRozan, but I don't know. I mean, I have
DeRozan, but DeRozan and Aldridge can't get you anything except for the 8 seed, so there's no point to just go for the 8 seed every year. Start the rebuild.
Yeah, that's a good point, but 17 is borderline playoff team, and I think that's what they are. And then 16, I have the Hawks. Trae Young.
All right.
How well has Trae Young been playing?
Trae
Honestly,
Young
I
is
don't
playing
know.
great. He's actually averaging second in points per game, I think, and he's top 5 in assists as well. So
his first 2 games, he had 37 and 36.
yeah, no, he's playing great.
And it was
that team looks good.
Yeah, and 16 is the 8th seed. So yeah.
All right. Well, I will go now. At number 20, I have the Houston Rockets as well. Losses to the Nuggets and Blazers. James Harden will get traded. You guys can quote me on that later. He will get traded before the trade deadline. So all this drama, we're not sure when he'll be traded, but that is not going to do them any good. And they're going to probably end up around 500 or less. John Wall and Cousins still have not played because of COVID, unfortunately. But we still don't know what they are. If they get Ben Simmons in a Harden trade, I'm not sure what that could do for them. Maybe turn their team around a little bit, but that'll give them a better future. But for now, they're not looking great this year. They still have a good – I still think they have a shot. If Harden keeps dropping 34 every night, 44, and 17 assists he had in the Blazers game, then obviously those stats can lead a team. He just needs a lot of help and the drama.
Okay. Next.
Number 19, I have the Toronto Raptors. This might be an overreaction, but they're 0-3, and they're playing very bad. They blew a lead to the 76ers last night. I mean, they were up 20 at the third quarter, and Siakam couldn't hit a shot. Van Vliet went cold. Lowry went cold. I mean, it was bad. Joel Embiid got whatever he wanted on them. Seth Curry lit up for 12 in the fourth quarter. Danny Green hit 4 threes in their face in the fourth quarter. Defense is what they're known for, and they did not play that very well last night, and they just went dry. They went cold. They lost to the Spurs, who I'm not high on as well, and they lost to the Pelicans, who is another questionable team. We don't know who they are. So I think this Raptors team might miss the playoffs. 19 is probably missing the playoffs, or I mean, that would be, but I'm not sure what to expect from them. They still have time to turn it around, but for now, I'm going to keep them in the late teens. And at 18, I have the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're 3-1. They beat the Sixers, beat the Hornets, lost to the Knicks. They're fine. Darius Garland is playing great, looking like an actual 5th overall pick now. Colin Sexton is still a bucket. Andre Drummond, the best rebounder in the league. And they got Isaac Okoro's playing well. I mean, they just got a pretty well-rounded team. If Kevin Love can come back and give them old Kevin Love numbers, this team could make the playoffs, but I'm not sure. I think they're still pretenders for now. I'm not buying it quite yet. Number 17, the Golden State Warriors. Slightly missing the playoffs, I think, or maybe making the playoffs. I'm not sure. Curry's playing well. The first game, he bricked a lot of threes, but he's not the problem. James Wiseman, playing great. He'll win Rookie of the Year. Not the problem. It's Wiggins and Kelly Oubre Jr. If those guys have off nights, that team is not good. The first 2 games of the year, Oubre, like Drew said, didn't make a shot. Wiggins had 6 points and 3 points. And the third game of the year in their first win, Wiggins dropped 20-something. And he hit 2 threes and had a pretty good game, and that lit them up. And his defense. And finally, Oubre had a couple putbacks and dunks and some pretty good stuff for them. So I think if they can get that production from Oubre and Wiggins every night, which is what they were hoping for, then that team can go to the playoffs. And I'm not sure how far they can go, but maybe far. And 16, I have the Kings at 3-1. They beat the Suns. They beat the Nuggets. They beat the Warriors. And that's 3 good wins, if you ask me. De'Aaron Fox is playing great. Buddy Hield had a buzzer beater. I mean, it's a good team, I think. I think they might make the playoffs, but I'm not sure how far they can go, and I'm not sure if they will make the playoffs. So I might be overreacting here, but I think 16 or late teens is fair for the Kings. And 15, or did 15?
What? No, we're doing 16.
Oh, okay. So stop.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Levi?
Okay.
All right. Well, I have to say I like